here staying connected. Sister, sister, sister. Introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Keisha.
Keisha. I ain't got your shoes. I got you from your head to your knees.
Okay.
So say your name again.
It's Keisha.
Keisha. I know who you are,
Right.
but my people don't know. But explain yourself. Tell people who you are a little
Okay.
bit. Man. How old are you?
I don't know if I want to tell you my age.
You ain't got to tell your age. Give me a ballpark. We close.
I'm grown. I'm a grandma.
You're a grandma.
Yes.
All right.
Real grandma.
All right.
And I'm a community advocate too. And that's an elder of the community as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you flipped your life around too, like the most of us.
Well, I always was doing this when I was younger because I used to turn up when I was younger.
Okay.
So, and my parents were, stern about me not going on the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? That started with church and, I met Monty Crockett and did 2 weeks in juvenile.
Okay.
So stuff like that deterred me from getting really all the way out there.
Right. So when you was young, what opened that door up, man? Where'd you see in your mind that I'm mentally going left? I'm finna get outside and get out here and get a part of this life, man. You was young when that happened, or?
I was young, but my mom used to volunteer. We'd be at the church volunteering. So I seen my mom do it. She volunteered. When I went to school, my pastor's wife was my teacher.
Okay.
So, and my mom taught at the same school.
So you had a spiritual grounding and all that.
Yeah, and then my whole family was in the church. The church started in my aunt's house on 18th and Mao.
That's what's up. Now let's flip that coin, man. What did that church life do to you? Because you know what it did to most of these kids out here. What did that do to you? Because you eventually got out here, right?
Well, it instilled God in me. Wherever I went, He was protecting me. I didn't been dodged, gunfire and stuff like that. Where young, but it may not have been intended for us. But I'm saying I literally knew then that God was watching.
Right.
Even if I was doing stuff I ain't had no business, clearly, but I just knew. And somebody was praying for me, which I found out later. My mom used to have my name and then eventually my son's name in the Bible. So it's just a lot of stuff that go together.
Right. How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I grew up the only child because I was adopted. And then once I found out I was adopted, I met my, which I have 2 sisters and a brother.
Okay. How old was you when you found that out?
I honestly found out that I was adopted maybe 6 or 7, maybe about 8. Okay. I'll give myself about 8. So
you were relatively young.
Right, and overheard a conversation with my adopted mother and sister kind of sticking her nose into somebody's business she ain't have no business, but
it was beneficial to you at that time because you didn't know.
Right, but I felt like it was really my mom's choice to tell me. She's the one who adopted me. Right. It should have been her and my dad's choice.
So the sister told you, or you just overheard her?
Overheard her, asking her when she was going to tell me. Like what just questioning her, and I felt like that was not cool. Because it stayed with me to this age. And before my mom died, and she was over there, and I was taking care of my mom, and I was like, that never. I don't know how we got on the conversation, but I brought it up. Yeah. Because it never. I have to be.
It rides with you all your life.
Yeah, and I want to get rid of it, so I have to address it. Yeah. Whether you acknowledge it or not, and she still didn't acknowledge. Oh, you ain't over that. Okay.
That's what she said?
Yes.
And she don't realize the mental pain that they carry all your life.
Right. And she didn't want to, though. But that's how being adopted and growing up through certain aspects and being black is not all peachy keen.
Yeah.
You know, or and I ain't even gonna say black because white. I don't know that white people don't go through these because they don't talk about it. But I'm saying like, you know, oh, you ain't, or you know, I'm saying my cousins wasn't harsh, but just hearing certain things and treatment of a way, you know, and once you know the truth, you can see it.
Right.
You know.
So what things did you start seeing after you learned the truth completely?
Just that I wasn't related, so to speak. I mean, just to put it, you know, sum it up, basically.
Did it change us, Bond?
Not my mom, I'm saying among others.
Yeah, with the other ones.
Yeah, but not my mom. My mom never, I'm her child.
Yeah,
she took me home from the day I was born, the next day. Right. You know, the papers had already been signed. It was an arranged adoption.
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha. So as you then got older, man, how did being adopted play a role in your life? Let's take it to high school on, because you was young when you found out. Let's go into high school and not having your biological family, but knowing that this is your family. Did it make you move different?
Well, a little bit, because I also left out the fact that some kids that I grew up with will be kind of harsh. You know, they didn't know, but they, you know, they used to say stuff or just, I don't know. But that could have been just because I was the only child and spoiled and had a little bit more. I went to Catholic school. You know, the other kids went to regular school. I don't know. But in the end, we all were friends, though.
Right.
So I just think that's kids being kids.
Right.
Or whatever. But affecting me in high school, I don't really think it did, because I'm always an outgoing person. And
start building your circle by then, huh?
Yeah, I had already done that. Yeah. And I probably, that may have shaped the type of people I hung around. You know, so maybe we all had like misfits hanging around each other, so to speak.
You all did. And that's the truth. A lot of, you know, in our age growing up, a lot of people didn't talk about it. Our parents didn't talk about that truth. Some of them did and some didn't.
Right. Well, no.
And
my
definitely
parents were older.
Yeah.
You know.
And definitely our friends.
Yeah, they barely argued in front of me, you know. But I got good whoopings.
But everybody was going through something at home. And everybody had a strong family secret.
No, for sure. And I think our secret was my dad was a cheater.
Okay.
He had another life, you know, a nightlife,
right,
so to speak. He was home.
Did y'all witness that?
I'm gonna say I maybe have kind of and didn't know it, because I was a daddy's girl. So first of all, so from baby, my dad would have me at the garage. He owned a garage at on Cleveland Avenue, where the Terrace is a grocery store now. Shop? It used to be. No, he worked on cars. He had his own garage.
Body shop.
Yeah,
well, car shop, rather.
Car shop. And Forrest, you know the Forrests?
I don't.
Oh, well, anyway, their dad was my dad's partner. They both had a garage up there together. But my dad was a mechanic in the Air Force. He was out of the Air Force. So worked at DCSC. So this was his, you know, second job. Right. Plus, he cooked. He was a caterer with smokers. They made smokers, him and his brother and everything.
What do you mean smokers?
The smokers that you barbecue, them round.
Okay, the smokers.
Yeah, they used to make those, and they were known for their brisket and ribs.
Okay, they was really putting that meat out there.
Yeah, my dad was at the Rib Fest one couple years.
What kind of skills you got? What you pick up out of this?
Cooking.
So you can cook
Work, clean, everything. Smart. You know, but I'm humble.
You just don't pick up a lot of weight.
No, if you see my pictures, all my friends be like, "Girl, you look like when we was in school."
Look, I was a little guy for a lot of years too.
Right.
It took till I got older for me to, you know, pick it up. And some people do and some don't.
Now I do a little bit, but I went through this phase, you know, of my health, my mental health. So that messes with my weight. You know, my eating. And I got anxiety from my trauma with my son.
Gotcha.
So I literally never had this type of anxiety where I've had panic attacks. Right. You know, and stuff.
Just to help me understand, man. I mean, you know, and if you're comfortable with it, just give me a briefing on what trauma you went through with your son.
Him being murdered, and it was 30 days after my mom died.
Okay.
On the same day. So we literally just had buried my mom with my son, you know. And then, okay, so people, I probably leave this out because I try to sum it up and keep it moving. But anybody that wants to hear the story. But anyhow, when I did that service for my mom, I paid for it out of my pocket. Okay. And I was taking care of my mom. So, and my son's my grandkids, I told him, you know, have them write something and to get them, we're going to have them say something about their grandma, you know, but I'll be up there with them, or you can, however. But my son followed the assignment. You know, anything I asked my son to do, he would do. Cool. And stuff. So, and I loved him, you know.
How old was he?
29 when he passed.
Okay.
So.
That's your only one?
No, I have 4 kids. He was the oldest. And when I had him, I was 19. So we grew up together. You know, my cousin had to tell me that one time. And he had to explain that to my son. You know, that it's different, you know, because we was having a breakdown in a barrier in communicating. And my cousin, you know, they, like I said, I had a community, love on me, all that.
Right. You had a support team too.
I wasn't family. It was certain people in the family that was real. But, and he's not here no more. But, anywho, he was my big cousin. And he had a sit down with my son, and told him, you know, like, it's not normal. Your relationship is different. It's more or less your mom grew up with you. Was growing up with you, literally, you know, to a certain degree. And I think that helped, or whatever. Because my son battled mental health too, you know. But I think it stems from the family where our bloodline is.
Right. Did you and him ever talk about that? Yeah.
And he got help like he was supposed to, and, you know, and so forth and so forth. But he worked, he took care of, you know, he had custody of his daughter at that time. Yeah. And like I said, he was unalived on 30 days on the same day as my mom's passing. Right.
And again, I'm sorry to hear about both of those losses.
Oh, okay.
Ever since you have dealt with that, how you been navigating, because you still carry it, how you navigate through, just through life, man? I mean, do you battle with something else to Band-Aid at?
No, God first.
Okay.
And I let him lead everything. So whatever decision, step I make, you know, it's been counseled with the Lord, period. Yeah. And then also, I called on Netcare Access.
So you got that number on deck?
Yeah, and they know me. But they always gave me positive. They like, girl, you on the right track.
Now that's good, because a lot of people won't pick that phone up, man.
And in the conversation, because I literally had to use it with a bad relationship that I was dealing with in these last 4 years, among what I was going through, which they were supportive in the beginning, and me not knowing I had been deceived, but I couldn't see clearly. It was a cloud over my eyes. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was taking advantage through that or whatever. But once I snapped out of that, you know, and I was starting to get, the abuse was getting, because it was more mental abuse. Right. And it wasn't no physical or anything. Because I could speak up, I'm a wit too, but...
So you ain't biting your tongue.
No,
either.
But I'm humble.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the presence of my significant other as a man, I'm not trying to emasculate my man.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen. So I'm not argue with you and all that back and forth and you know, but when something is what it is and it comes to me, my mental health, how I live, and you know, a roof over my head, which was at risk from the time I lost my mom to my son, because I'm paying for funerals, I'm taking care of everything. And everything got put on pause when I had to deal with all this. I have a business, I'm running out the house, you know, a food business, you know, my cleaning business, but everything got put on pause.
So that's what I'm saying. How you bouncing back from that? Because I mean, I talk to you and everything is good. You
Well,
talk
no,
good, you look good, you
everything's
sound good. How you navigate? Is there wait a minute? Is there any band-aids in play to help you get through this? I mean, you drink, you smoke. I mean,
no,
do you go
now,
boxing? Do you hit the gym? What type of band-aids do you use to help you through this? Because
okay, I'm a part of. I go to a class on Tuesday, whether it's on Zoom or in person.
okay,
If it fits in my schedule, Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's a parenting class. Well, it's a community engagement parenting class,
cool.
which is both for people that need parenting and then an engagement for the elders and the grandparents and who can contribute to anything, any way we can, you know, and also get information and give information.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing with Pastor Lamar. And that's on the south side. So, and I've done that for even before this happened or whatever. And then that's some of my concrete support. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to build some support, and it's got to be concrete support. It can't be, you know.
It can't be half-assed.
No.
You know what I love about you, Key, so far? You know, I've been life coaching people for a long time, and I'm good at pulling things out of people and sending the conversations in certain directions to get the truth. Mm-hmm. And everything that you told me that you do, that you deal with, and how you get through has been strong, positive, and you keep yourself active. I never.
That's the key word, active.
There you go.
Keep yourself. But my mom put that in me. Good. I took dancing, track. You know, she kept me in something. You know, it was never not.
She kept you going.
Yeah, you have to keep your mind going, because like they say, the free time is the devil's playtime.
And most people that battle through what you battled through, especially back to back like you have, you know, they stay humble behind something. Whether they like to drink, smoke their little weed, or go bring their misery on somebody else. You know what I mean? Or just always saying hateful things. And I got none of that out of you. And I love that, man. It's another strong success story, man. And I love it, man.
I appreciate it.
Another strong black sister that been through straight, real life.
Yeah.
And navigating still on your own 2 feet.
But I mean, not going through it, but
you still carry it.
Things are turning, you know, to a different phase now. You know, whatever seed I harvest or planted is harvesting now. Yeah. You know, with the people being arrested, you know, and not one person this time, 2 people. Yeah. You know, I'm not worried about court or anything. I just know that that's a part of the process. But other than that, we got justice.
Yeah, and that's what counts.
Yeah, we got justice.
You're at peace with that part.
Yeah, definitely. I fought for 4 years. I had to stay in people's ears, show up at civic association meetings, and you know.
How's your forgiveness level, or is it still on the fuck it?
Well, I can forgive, but you have to show God some type of remorse. Yeah. There's none there. And so I assume at this point it's either you working deliberately for the devil, or you just part of the sheep for the slaughter. You know, you just gonna be used for the program. Yeah. It's only thing I could see. And I said that to the prosecutor and the advocate. I said I could see if they were, you know, not still getting in trouble. Yeah. And y'all, you know, because he said they thought they got away with murder. And I said, facts. But the fact is, they're not doing anything conducive to not getting in trouble.
To being better for the
future.
You
still out here getting in trouble. So I can't feel sorry for you.
I know that's right.
You know.
Let me, and I ain't gonna, you know, and I got one more strong question for you. Let's talk about when the chicken's gone. And I say that after funerals.
For sure.
After things die down and the chicken is gone and you're left to still hold that bag. What about those friends and those people? Did you have to cut a lot of people off? Is there still a lot of people there? How'd that look for you? Because that's big.
Yes, and for us as being black. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like other ethnics, nationalities, they support each other throughout the beyond the end, you know, or the whatever situation. But us, I feel like my friends and stuff, they were there. They walked me through the whole thing. They didn't leave my side. They was there every day. They was helping me do my food, because I still was getting orders and different stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they helped me. They was in, I have video, you know, house full. It stayed that way. And then something that stuck out to me was we were all sitting in my garage, because there was so many people in my house, mm-hmm. in my garage, and it was all my girlfriends. And Danielle, her cousin Deja's close friend, and some other people, and people I grew up with as well. And they all hugged me, like in a big circle. I will never forget that. It broke me down, you know. But I tell them and I remind them that was so significant, you know.
It stuck with you.
Yeah, because I needed that. My mom wasn't there no more. Mm-hmm. You know, and me and my mom were like this, you know, and that's who I talked to, run to. When they first told me my son passed, that I initially picked my phone up, get ready to call my mom, thinking.
And you couldn't.
No. You know.
That was that little girl reaching for what you know to reach to at the time.
Yeah, definitely. But that's basically, you know.
How's your friend level now when it comes to
they still support. You know what I mean?
Support?
Shares, and then I gained some people, like my son's friends.
I love that.
And you know, other people that the people my son worked. He cooked like I did. He was a chef downtown at the. I can't think of it right now. Okay. But they paid for half of the funeral. Good. You know, that's how much they loved Keyshawn. I know where that came from. Mm-hmm. They was like, his laugh, you know, is just like mine, but he was goofy, you know. But I know where he loved and touched on people and tried to help people, you know, get them a job, you know, show them what he knew.
He was, what, 29, you said?
Yes, when he passed, with 3 kids. And his kids now, my grandbaby's 16 and 15 and 7.
That's what's happening, man.
Right. Right.
That's what they look like him?
Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Did you have to cut a lot of people off?
Some few, you know, and some of those was already in the making.
Yeah, they was already working their way on.
It didn't have nothing to do with my son or anything. It's just when you change and transition to another level, everybody can't go.
Energy change.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can't go.
And I can't tolerate certain things. And like I said, even with my little situation, I got anxiety in that to where I had a panic attack, you know. But like the people said, you was on the right track. Just keep on following up, you know, stay in counseling, you know.
Keep it going, man.
However it is, you know. But I had some bumps, you know. Some counselors wasn't right. They just in it for the money and the clout, you know. So
but you figured it out for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're doing good.
Yeah.
Key, I appreciate you taking this moment, man. I really do. And I look forward to being a part of this journey with you and staying consistent, because this is our Black News, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to come see you on the regular. We're going to talk. We're going to keep our mental health together.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, because we're not being selfies anymore. All the selfie, it's a lot of people running around with a pretty car and a fucked up engine. That's your mind. Looking good, looking sexy, but your mental is completely to the left.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
with you.
You hear me? I want to share, and I'm an open book. My pastor just said it. Like, he said, you did a good job on your news story. And he was like, you let them know about advocating.
You got a copy of that?
The news, it's on, you could...
it's on you?
Facebook.
I can find it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to search it out.
Yeah. All you got to do is put in Keyshawn Riley.
Okay.
Or my name, Keisha.
That's his name. Listen, before we get up out of here, I want you to talk to, I want you to give some of these parents some positive words and strength to get through, because, you know, a lot of us lost children.
We can't stop parenting.
Yeah.
We got to be parents. And our kids can never scare us. I hear that all the time. Some people are scared of their kids, or, you know, it's people out here that will help you. And there's communities. It's a community on the South End. I'm just say that. on the South End that will help you if you need a ride, take kids to school, anything hands-on help, you know, or a break, you know.
And no more excuses. Everything is out there for us, resources.
Yeah,
sure.
and go back to your roots, but you know better, you know, and if you don't, come learn something new.
That's right. I like that, man. Y'all heard that from our girl Key, and we will be back. We out here staying connected. Let's go.